To meet passenger expectations, flight attendants must follow strict rules about appearance and behavior, designed to cater to customer preferences. The airline industry is highly competitive, drawing many women to the profession, but it also comes with strange and sometimes intrusive regulations. For example, some airlines require attendants to remain single, which can affect their personal lives. Other rules involve body ratio assessments, causing physical and mental discomfort. Today, on World with Bang, we're sharing the 5 most bizarre airline rules that will leave you stunned. Top 10. Becoming luggage. The 2015 Kunming Airlines scandal. In 2015, Kunming Airlines, China, became the center of a shocking scandal. Female flight attendants were forced into overhead luggage compartments on planes, a practice both bizarre and incredibly dangerous. It's already difficult to fit bulky luggage into the overhead bins, but the attendants themselves were required to stuff into them. This strange and dangerous regulation had been in place for 5 years. Unnoticed and unchecked, after completing over 30 flights, new crew members were detained by cabin security and forced into these cramped compartments. Even those on their menstrual cycle were not spared from this humiliating ordeal. The airline's culture of silence meant that no one dared to report the practice, and those who did were ignored by upper management. It wasn't until disturbing photos of 70 new attendants trapped in the overhead bins leaked online that the world finally became aware of the situation. Sparking outrage from the public, Kunming Airlines initially tried to downplay the scandal, claiming the incidents were isolated actions by certain attendants and security personnel and insisting that it did not compromise flight safety. But their response only fueled further anger from the public, who demanded answers. Since then, Kunming Airlines has stopped forcing its flight attendants into luggage compartments. Zhang Qiwei, an expert from the China Space Law and Aviation Legal Service Research Center, condemned the practice, highlighting how it violated basic safety regulations and revealed the airline's failure to act. Under immense public pressure, Kunming Airlines leadership was forced to issue an official apology and vowed to punish those responsible for the inspections, promising to end this disturbing practice entirely. Top 9. Kung Fu training. Why does an airline do this? Flight attendants often face rude or disruptive passengers, so staying calm and composed is crucial for their safety. To address this challenge, Hong Kong Airlines introduced Kung Fu training into their flight attendant programs. All flight attendants at Hong Kong Airlines are required to learn Wing Chun, a martial art known for its precise and sharp movements. Popularized by icons like Bruce Lee and Ip Man, Wing Chun is especially effective in close combat, making it perfect for the tight quarters of an airplane cabin. In such a confined space, it's essential to gain control quickly without causing harm to yourself or others. Though it might seem unusual, many flight attendants who've undergone this training have found it incredibly beneficial. One attendant recalled handling an intoxicated passenger who was vomiting. Thanks to her Wing Chun skills, she managed the situation with ease, even against a stronger male passenger. Others have reported feeling more confident and calm while on duty after learning Wing Chun, which not only ensures their safety but also protects the aircraft and passengers. While it may sound strange, integrating Wing Chun training has proven to be a practical and effective way to maintain order and safety in the cramped space of an airplane. It's become a valuable part of Hong Kong Airlines' flight attendant program. Top 8. Grueling training. Becoming a flight attendant is no easy feat, but for those who aspire to work with Singapore Airlines, the training is nothing short of grueling. At 15 weeks, their program is the longest in the industry, covering everything from safety procedures and emergency response to mastering various aircraft equipment. This is not a job you walk into. It requires unwavering dedication, a strong foundation, and relentless practice to perfect every skill. But the training isn't just about safety, it's about achieving service excellence. Attendants are taught how to connect with passengers from all over the world, provide top-tier meals, and deliver impeccable customer service. When it comes to uniform standards, Singapore Airlines is known for being extremely strict. Flight attendants wear the iconic Sharon Kabaya, a traditional blouse and skirt, and during training, they must learn to maintain grace and poise, even under the physical constraints of the uniform. One of the most difficult lessons involves descending an emergency slide with elegance. No easy feat in a situation meant for chaos. For male attendants, the grooming standards are equally demanding. Although their uniforms are more practical, their hairstyles are crafted by professionals, carefully designed to match their face shape and hair thickness. Every detail, from the hairline to the length, is meticulously regulated, leaving no room for error. The makeup standards are equally strict, demanding a professional and polished appearance. Attendants must wear subtle, tasteful eye makeup, and any visible signs of fatigue, like dark circles or puffiness, are considered unacceptable. If attendants receive more than 3 reprimands for appearance, they may face termination. These standards don't only apply to female attendants. Male attendants must also perfect their makeup techniques, ensuring they meet the airline's high expectations. After completing the intense training, many attendants feel a newfound confidence and poise, with some even overcoming obsessive-compulsive tendencies. This is also considered a good experience for myself, but not for a normal person like me. Top 7. Flight attendant training. Flight attendants are more than just the friendly faces serving snacks on your flight. They undergo intense, life-saving training that goes far beyond customer service. It's not just about serving drinks or handling emergencies on board. It's about being prepared for the unimaginable. In South America, airlines take it to a whole new level. Their flight attendants face a terrifying training course: survival in the Amazon wilderness. This is no ordinary drill. It's about teaching attendants how to survive after a forced emergency landing in the jungle. They're taught crucial survival skills like how to navigate through the wilderness, direct passengers to safety, and find essential resources like food and water. Imagine being stranded in the jungle without professional medical help. They need to use whatever's around them to provide emergency care, treat injuries, and keep passengers alive until rescue arrives. But it's not just physical skills. They also learn how to stay calm under pressure. The wilderness is a dangerous, intimidating place. Survival often depends on the ability to manage fear, stay focused, and lead others. This is the true essence of teamwork. The hardest part of this training isn't the jungle itself. It's the mental endurance to face the unknown, keep others calm, and act swiftly when every second counts. And if that wasn't enough, they're tested in a smoke-filled maze simulating a plane crash. Their mission? To find and rescue a passenger trapped inside. It's dangerous, real, and physically demanding. Injuries are common, but this is all part of the training. Because when disaster strikes, there are no second chances. Without this preparation, it's hard to imagine how passengers would survive a real crisis. So, the next time you board a flight in South America, know that your flight attendants have undergone one of the toughest survival training programs in the world. They're ready to protect you, no matter the challenge. Top 6. The airline that demands you stay single. Working for Qatar Airways requires more than just professional commitment. It demands a sacrifice of your personal life. If you're thinking about building a family or a life with a partner, you may want to reconsider applying. From the very start, Qatar Airways has strict policies on relationships and family. They expect you to be emotionally available for the job, meaning you must remain single with no distractions. As a flight attendant, long hours away from home make it difficult to balance personal relationships with the constant demands of the job. Here's the catch: your personal life is secondary. You're required to remain single for at least 5 years after joining. If during that time you decide to marry or start a family, you must get special approval from your superiors. It's not enough to simply inform the company. You need permission to even think about love or marriage. Pregnancy adds further complications. Once a flight attendant becomes pregnant, the company expects immediate notification, often leading to termination. It's a harsh reality, especially for women who wish to balance their personal lives with their passion for flying. But for Qatar Airways, this is the rule. For women planning to marry or have children, it's a tough decision: leave the airline or continue under these harsh limitations. Many employees are forced to make life-altering decisions just to keep their jobs. These policies have sparked outrage. Many see them as a form of sexism, violating international workplace discrimination laws. Global labor organizations have even launched inquiries into the matter. Despite the backlash, Qatar Airways CEO defended these policies, claiming that employees know the conditions when they join and must accept them. His goal is clear: ensure employees are fully dedicated to their work and make sure the airline gets a return on its investment. For years, Qatar Airways maintained these controversial policies. However, after enough complaints, the airline began to change in 2015. Pregnant flight attendants are no longer immediately fired, and those wishing to marry can do so with prior notification. Yet, The strict rules about family life remain. At Qatar Airways, the job always comes first. No exceptions. Would you be willing to sacrifice your personal life for a career at Qatar Airways? Or would you take your skills and passion elsewhere? The choice is yours. That wraps up the first part of our top 10 most bizarre airline rules. But stay tuned. There's even more jaw-dropping stuff in part 2. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the rest of the list.